VeX versus 1. We're starting off with game number 1 for our losers semifinals. What's your predictions here, William, in this first match we got here between these guys?
I've never seen VeX play before, but I have seen one play before, and I've seen one cook. So I don't know about VeX, but especially seeing one on this orb, I remember one's orb has been nasty in the past. So I don't know. I think I have to go with one here, but VeX might surprise me.
Yeah. And so far he's starting off and it's pretty even right now. He does have a brief damage. He picks up the sword, gets a nice delight stare, but 1 punishes the sides with a nice little dare. Nothing more though. Now VeX gets a nice recovery, sends him up in the air. 1 a kind of controlling stage now with the side. Damage though, it's pretty much even right now. VeX flies by, but he doesn't get that delight. He's looking for some delights right now, but 1 punishes him with a nice little shotgun, a side sig. Gets a nice unarmed recovery. Oh, but what a nice punish from VeX. Delight stare over on the end sig. VeX though, I mean, he has his sword in hand. He's probably looking for a delight to start that, you know, KO confirmed, but 1 answers back with a nice sidelight stare. Gets the KO, now has the options of weapon. Gonna be sticking with this scythe here.
Yeah, so 1 does have a lead, but is in red. So VeX could easily eat up Caster's Curse. So we are now tied up on 2 stocks here. There is a bit of a damage lead on VeX right now, but it's still just yellow. And VeX is playing Bow?
Yeah, this is a different Bow.
So damage build-up can be done pretty easily here.
Yeah. And especially, I mean, you can get some quick KOs, especially off stage as well too, but 1 is just playing it really well. He has this orb in hand and he's getting those 1 hits in. He goes for the side sig, no punish though from VeX, just a stare. And once again, he's getting these 1 little hits in there, and yeah, he's getting the 1 hits in there, but you know, it's not anything too big. He's not getting any big strings in, but the 1 hits, it's adding up. You know, the little single hits, they're adding up, and you know, they're doing a wonderful job right now for him. Goes for insig though, but VeX punishes up with a nice little 2-piece combo. A nice stare from 1 sends him off stage.
Yeah, indeed, the 1 hits from 1 have been cooking here.
Nice delight recovery on arm, and he picks up the scythe now. The second stock, sorry, from VeX is gone. And now it's time for 1 to build up the damage lead. It's time for him to kind of get a lead for himself, but it's only up to if VeX allows it, and he doesn't. He gets a nice side sig. It leads to the KO, and the stocks are tied up.
You know, this has been a lot like our very first match of the top 4, where it's been very equal the whole entire way through.
Yeah. I would say the only difference though is, you know, 1 has been able to kind of get the lead, but I think VeX kind of was able to bring back the lead where it mattered the most, which is the last stocks as well. What we're seeing here, 1, he's building up some nice damage right now, and he's starting to cook on this orb. Like you've said, I mean, this Fate, it definitely cooks. His orb definitely cooks, but VeX is starting to wake up. The sword is coming out. We're seeing the hits coming. He got nice 2 consecutive hits right now, and he has 1 in the same damage that he's at right now. Delight stare, going for the side sig maybe? For the edge guard? No, he's just gonna wait it out. Goes for the side light, goes for the stare. 1 though, he has the scythe in hand. It's so even, William. It's so even.
It's so close. Oh my. Very good dodge, and then being able to wake up after that. Oh my gosh, it is so close. Oh.
Ooh, VeX was looking for that recovery, but he was just unable to get it. Goes for the weapon throw now, but both of them are at damage percentage. They're going for anything at this point. The unarmed recovery sends so high, but Apocalypse ceiling is just so high that it doesn't KO. VeX though still has the sword, goes for the stare, but look how far that sends. A weapon throw, surely he can't come back. He goes for GC side sig, and that's it. He's done for.
Oh my gosh, that was such a tense ending of that very first game.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Intense.
VeX is able to show why they are here in our top 4, and definitely has made an impression on me.
Yeah, he's definitely made an impression on me as well. I mean, VeX, like I said, he's a really new clanmate. He hasn't, I mean, this is his first tournament with us. He hasn't even played in a clan battle yet. That's just to tell you, like, how new he is. But to see him perform so well against one who is a veteran player and an officer in the clan, and just overall, just like one has done so much within Spirit Realm, be it in clan battles. He's won so many clan battles before, played in so many tournaments before. I mean, he's been with us for a while, and to see VeX come in here, the new blood, it's kind of a new blood versus the old blood kind of thing here, and to see VeX perform so well against someone to this caliber here, it's amazing to see coming out from VeX.
After you say that one is able to pull off 0 to death without taking a single hit from VeX, oh, one has locked in.
Yeah, I definitely think one, from the officer team, he gave him a warm welcoming into the clan there, and he said, "Welcome in Spirit Realm, bro. This is what it's like. This is what it's like to be on the big stage here." And he definitely got that first stock out of there, and yeah, now it's definitely in one's favor here, but VeX, he's answering back. You see the signatures are starting to fly here, but I'd definitely be careful because you're on stage against a side legend. But then, see, is that worth, William?
Very good read from VeX to go for that there. Being able to read that one would go down to try to confirm for sure, but oh my goodness, that was an insane play.
Yeah. That was a
I
fantastic
did have a joke prepared, but that was insane. But my joke was that one is really saying, "Here, I'll give you one win."
That's a good one, but one, I think he had some maybe technical difficulties here because he kind of just, SD'd that second stock, but stocks are tied up somehow, and it's anybody's game somehow, even though one pulled off a crazy 0 to that to start off this game here, but VeX, I guess, somehow brought it back. Either that or one was lagging or something, I don't know, but yeah, it's anybody's game here for this game number 2.
Brawlhalla is right now. Man, this is so close. After one had such an impressive start, but then that sig from VeX, I feel like damaged one's momentum a bit, and is able to bring this so close together. But one might be able to recover. One is able to pick up the orb, and okay. And as I've said before, one's orb is oh my gosh! Recovery after recovery. VeX is able to take game 2. Oh wow.
Yeah, definitely a surprising result here for this game number 2. Somehow VeX was able to snag that game, and wow, one was just, I mean, he wasn't locked in. I think, that second stock kind of just, went to waste. You can see there in the graphic there, that second stock from one, it didn't last very long, and he was mostly on his last stock shot, the most of this matchup here. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of, what's adjustment going to be made here from one, and it seems like one is making a swap.
One swapped to Diana. Isn't one trick for Fate?
Yeah.
But switching to Diana, which is completely different weapons. That's gonna be very interesting to see. In VeX switched to the Zuko, which still has sword, but without the gauntlets.
Yeah, indeed. So it seems like both players are kind of what they want to throw off each other's game a little, but they kind of don't want them to kind of have them all figured out. So we're seeing here some kind of interesting picks are coming in from one. And as much as we would love to call one a one trick, and he's a one trick on Fade, which he kind of is low key, but he does have some picks he does play. So the Diana pick is one of them. He does play it in 2s right now, and VeX, I mean, starting off, like you said, he does have the shared weapon of the sword.
Lagging?
Yeah, we can reset this. We can reset this. Okay. So we're gonna reset here, folks. Don't you worry. This game number 3, this doesn't count.
Game 3 goes to... I'm kidding.
Yeah, so let's figure out what the problem is, and then we're gonna get this.
Does one need to close the game and reopen? Reload?
Yeah, I think a restart's needed. Oh, let me check out what's going on Discord or
It's
something.
just rap because he's bad as a bad start. Okay, Shogun. Nice.
Okay, so one is restarting. Cool. All right, so we got this time to kind of just debrief what we just seen there. VeX had such an amazing performance against one there. Those two games, it was definitely in favor of one. It started off the first game. I think it was definitely an interesting match that we had where one was doing such a wonderful job into just kind of controlling VeX. But VeX at the last moment, at the last stock, he was able to clutch up, bring it back, and also to take that game. And then same thing could be said around for the game number two. It was a very interesting game number two because that second stock, I believe he kind of just jumped off there. And one kind of just gave that stock up for free, and it costed him that, because that 0-2 that we saw at the start, William, it definitely set the tone for that rest of the game, and everybody thought it was one's game to win. But VeX just was able to go ahead and go crazy and bring it back, and just, yeah, he went insane. But what are your thoughts, William? I mean, we saw two games so far between both of these players. What are your thoughts about this third game, or your predictions in this third game?
I don't know. Even though it was a reset, game 3 we saw at the very beginning, VeX was cooking on that sword, able to pull off some insane stuff on this Hattori pick.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit scared for one here.
Yeah, most definitely. I'd definitely be scared for one. And as we have this time, I'd like to go ahead and, I guess, I don't know, we're going to cut a promo real quick. But we do have some interesting tournaments coming up, such as our Weapon Wheeler Trial, our European Weapon Wheeler Trial tournament. That's going to be happening, I believe. It could be next week. Let me check my calendar real quick. Yes, I believe it is next weekend. And actually, no, it's not next weekend. I lied. It's a weekend right after, so it's in 2 weeks' time. That is for... you know, that is a prize pool tournament. I believe there's about $15 that will be going to first place, and it's a sword trial tournament. So VeX, I know you're in chat. I've seen your Val, I've seen your Zuko. You better sign up, bro, because I mean that sword game was amazing. But it's a sword only tournament. You could go ahead and check out the that link there, I put it in chat. And we also have an amazing tournament coming up. This is a Brawl sponsored tournament. It's later in December though, but definitely people are starting to sign up really early. It's definitely a hit tournament here for the off season. Everybody knows this is the off season for esports year 9 as brawlhalla. They're not doing any majors or anything, so community tournaments, if you want to get your practice in for the next year coming up, esports year 10, this is where you got to be at. The Spur World Cup, it's one of the biggest tournaments so far. There's 100 attendees and it's a month away, so there's a lot of time left for you to sign up. But I definitely recommend, you know, registering just in case. Even if you're not sure if you're going to be participating in it, definitely go ahead and sign up. I know, William, you're in there, right?
Yep, I joined both EU and NA. I'm ready to cook.
Yeah, he says no matter the region, bro, he's gonna cook everybody. So maybe
I'll be grand finals in both, trust.
Maybe you fight William, or I don't know. But there's a lot of you know, pros that are going to be playing in both tournaments. I think Bamia signed up already for the sword trials, and I saw like for EU, I saw Eve was in there for the Spur World Cup. So definitely go ahead and register for those two tournaments in the chat right now. It's amazing, and you know, yeah, I mean, you know, you have a chance. Oh yeah, for the Spur World Cup, it is Brawl sponsored, so we do it is a what you call it, prize pool tournament. It's a $100 prize pool, 50, 30, 20. If you could only play sword, low key, you could only play, like, if you play scythe, you could play Jiro and just stay on the what you call it, the scythe. Like, you don't have to really play sword. It's just a sword legends trial. But anyways, enough about that. That's enough about that tournament. We're back in it with the action here. One is back. He resetted. He got his water. He stretched his, you know, cracked his knuckles and everything, and he's ready to get back in it here. And he has a hills to climb because he has to reverse 3-0 in this set if he wants to move on to fight Shogun here.
One is ready to be the one that takes it all. I'm so sorry.
There is so many jokes we can crack about this guy's name. It's actually ridiculous.
I know. Okay, here we go into our game 3. Oh, just ground pound after ground pound, unarmed from VeX here.
Yeah, and somehow one was able to live from that, but he doesn't go unscathed from it without taking some damage in there. You're seeing the damage has already been done, and VeX has a nice lead here coming into this game number 3. VeX now has his sword in hand, goes for the D-Light Seer, but doesn't get the Seer. Just hits the D-Light, hits the ground, the D-Light Seer, goes for the weapon throw, going for that the twinkle toes, but one now. I mean, he has the blasters in hand, but VeX picks up the spear, gets it down, so it leads to the KO, and that's the first stock gone there from one. And it's not looking like a one's game right now in game number 3. I'm not sure if it's this if this is his one to win, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if the Diana pick was the play.
Yeah, I don't think it was the one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, here VeX, I mean, he's still cooking on this first stock here. One goes low, he goes for the blast. The blaster's there. Doesn't lead into anything too big. He goes for the end sig. VeX is just going crazy on arm. He has a free weapon. He doesn't even want it at this point. He's building up the damage. He picks up the sword now, goes for the Delight Seer, and the damage is even up. He goes for a ground pound. Well, wonderful spot dodge here from one. Gets a nice on-arm recovery, but nothing big to follow up from it. D-Light there. The recovery now from one. What's gonna be the claim?
One really needs to get this because this is his one. Oh my gosh, recovery dropped. But one really needs to get this because this is his one chance to stay in the tournament here.
Yeah, good call out there. It is elimination side here, so if one loses his last and final stock here, man, one is just gonna be out of this tournament. And it seems like he goes low and.
What?
Huh?
Game 3, ladies and gentlemen, in VeX's favor. Wow.
What did I just witness? I have zero idea, but...
I don't know. Brawlhalla.
I guess we're not seeing one anymore. Bye-bye, but VeX is going to be moving on, and he's going to be finding Shogun now here in our losers finals.